I'm Dorothy Dunne of the Dorothy Dunne Show, and I'm so glad you joined me today because I'm taking you to the Bruno Jamais Restaurant. It's right off Madison Avenue and 81st Street, and we're about to see the owner and how the Upper East Side dines in elegance. This is the most elegant and fashionable restaurant on the Upper East Side, the Bruno Jamais, and I'm just about to meet the owner.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Bruno Jamais. Oh,
Thank you very much.
he's
You're
the owner. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, what a wonderful wine cellar you have here. And it's so beautiful, really. And what is the most expensive wine you have here?
We have a very big selection, but we're starting probably from $40 up to a few $1,000 a bottle.
Oh, a few
$1,000.
They must feel very well after drinking a few $1,000 bottle of wine. But tell me, how did you get into this business, into the restaurant business?
I'm doing that business. I'm in New York for last 15 years. But before that, I was also working in restaurant in Paris.
Oh, were you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, they're the finest, These are very impressive paintings here.
Sexy.
These are
Sexy paintings.
Sexy paintings? You want to say sexy? Oh, well, that is, yes.
Okay,
But, oh, yeah, look at this. This is great. I know. Yeah, that's a sexy painting here. Who is that done by?
The artist is Kana. She's a Japanese artist. She exposes here every few months, and she's only do woman, but only on metal. The paint she paint
On metal?
Metal. That's one of kind.
Yes. Oh, it most certainly is. It is gorgeous.
And also have Cyril Margaret, who's also doing painting on metal. It's
Oh, that's painting on metal
it's
too?
on metal too. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's more serious stuff,
A little bit
And,
different, yes.
Yes. Well, now let's go into the restaurant. Well, the walls here are adorned with a little more sexy paintings.
Same artist, like you can see, always a silhouette of woman, very sexy for sure, and always made on metal. We also have designer like Audemars Piguet, the watchmaker, who expose here, or the shoes maker, Berluti, the French very exclusive shoes maker that you can see on the back. So we use also a part of the restaurant as a gallery to show the beautiful designer.
And you can shop too.
You can shop too.
Well, how long have you had this restaurant?
I opened this place in November 2002, which going on the 4th years.
Oh, and it's very, very popular. But it's a night place.
It's a supper club. People come for dinner like in the European time, like 8:30 up to 3 o'clock in the morning. We serve dinner, and they also have the possibility to come after dinner when they come from a place after dinner for drink from champagne and listening some music.
Yes, and well, you have dancing too.
We have live band. It's not dancing, but we have the live band playing every night, and every night we have a different live band who perform and doing showcase at
Yeah,
Bruno's.
live band and performer.
And performer.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think I know some of the people who have been here and who have performed.
We have a very company called Total Entertainment who bring a band every week as a showcase. They're here to perform and train and extend their own business in the place.
Yes. Very nice. Oh, it is beautiful. And the food. Let me tell you, the food is out of this world. You have a nice chef here.
I have a chef who started with me over a year ago. His name is John Keller, and we're very happy to be working together, and he's doing a very good job for me.
Oh yes, he most certainly is. And he's only 29.
Young, aggressive, but love what he does, very passionate of his job, which is very important.
What's the most popular dish on the menu?
I believe one of his signature will be the lobster brulee, which is a little chunk piece of lobster juice served like with the cream and spicy sauce.
It sounds nice.
Very nice.
I'm sure it is.
Absolutely.
You also have a room for private parties.
We do have downstairs for 10 to 15 people, but you also use these two rooms from 40 to 80 people as a private dining.
Yes.
Which we have the DJ, we have the dancing floor here, and we have the bar, which is very convenient for people who want to make like birthday or anniversary. They can take the entire restaurant and make a private party.
Oh, definitely. What a place to have a private party.
It is the private party part has been a very successful part, definitely.
Yes, I guess it has. But now you're going to show us downstairs. We're in the private dining room downstairs, the lower level, and that's very close to the kitchen too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a private room that we can do from 10 to 15 people as a private dining, and also if we want to do open bar or cocktail, we can go up to 50 to 60 people standing up.
Oh, that's nice.
That we use a lot for private party.
Oh yes, and now let's go and see the chef.
Take you to the kitchen.
Okay. Well, we're in the kitchen of the Bruno Jamais, and the master chef is here, ready to prepare one of his famous dishes, John Keller.
Master chef, there we are. How you doing?
Yes, you are the master chef.
There we go. I guess I'm the master chef for the day, huh?
Well, that's why they're repeat customers here.
Yeah, we definitely have quite a few repeat customers, and they're building and building, so we're on our way, you know?
Oh, yes, you're way on your way. That's
certainly.
one of the top restaurants in New York City.
We got classiest in the Upper Eastside, so, you know, we're working it, you know?
Well, what are you going to prepare for us
Well, I'm
today,
actually going to do two dishes. I'm going to start off with something very light. You know, we're going to do a tuna tartare with a lemon ginger oil and a cucumber mint salad. And I'm going to put a little dollop of golden Osetra caviar on top to kind of balance everything out. So.
That sounds nice.
Oh, it is.
Well, you just prepared a beautiful salad for me as we were waiting.
Yes, I gave you a Belgian endive and green apple salad.
Oh.
Very classical, you know, simple, fresh, refreshing, you know, especially with the springtime coming, it's good. Good to get the palate moving.
It certainly is. But how, you just proceed.
All right, here we go. Now basically, I'm going to show you how to make this lemon ginger oil here. Basically what I have here is ginger. I'm just going to peel this ginger. Now I'm just going to peel the skin off the ginger.
Ginger is very good for your stomach, by the way.
Yeah, it's good for a lot of things, actually.
I had a stomach virus last week, but ginger helped. It really did.
Ginger helps everything. Every time we'll have a band in here, and their throat will be a little bit sore, and I'll be like, oh, make me that ginger tea. So
Oh yes.
Yeah, we basically, ginger can solve just about anything.
Oh, ginger tea! I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, just a little ginger water, a little bit of clove, cinnamon stick in there, a little honey, lemon juice. You're good to go.
Oh yeah, that sounds good too.
Now, basically, what you want to do is you want to cut this ginger very thin. You want to cut it as thin as, I'd say as thin as possible, basically.
Boy, you have to know how to cut to be a master chef.
Well, it takes practice.
It does, doesn't it, I suppose?
You're going to put this in a sauce pot, basically.
Yes.
Now, we're going to take lemon. So we're making a lemon ginger oil. So basically what I want is I want the zest of this lemon. Now, basically, that's the oils. That's the fragrance you get. The second that I peel it, you want to make sure you don't get the white. That's
Oh,
bitter.
really?
I mean, you can smell that right there. You know, what you smell is just
yes,
pure lemon right there.
it is.
So you want to keep the lemon and the ginger the same thickness, and that's what you're looking for. So you're going to basically peel this, and I would do about 2 lemons for the ginger. You're going to take some, I use a canola and olive oil blend when I make oils. Now the reason being, olive oil can be a bit overpowering at times. So I'd rather get the lemon and the ginger feel.
Yes.
So we're just going to barely cover this. And all you really want to do is bring this up to a simmer. Bring it up to a simmer. And then put a touch of salt in there. Just a pinch.
Yeah.
Bring that up to a simmer, and you want to let that steep for 3 days. Okay, just kind of sit.
3 days?
Yeah, well, it infuses the oil. You know, it gets all the flavors going. It lets everything kind of mold together. You know, I mean, that's how I do it. That's my way.
It's
worked for me so far.
It's not like curry in a hurry.
Exactly, no, most not. But I mean, it'll keep. You know what I mean? It'll keep a while, and you can use it for many different things. You can use
put it in the
salad
refrigerator?
dressing. Yes, I definitely keep it in the refrigerator, nice and close. I mean, you can use it for salad dressings. Put a little lemon juice and whisk it in with it. I mean, there's plenty of uses for it. You know, it doesn't just have to be for this.
Yes.
So I already have some actually over here, and let me grab that. I'm going to come right back over here to this blender. Now, this has been sitting for 3 days.
Oh.
And basically,
Yeah.
I'm going to pour this into a blender, any home blender or anything, you know. Now, I'm not necessarily looking for clarity, for it to be clear, because I kind of like a little bit of bits and pieces in here. So you basically put it in your blender, and you want to let this run for about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay? So you let this run, and that again infuses everything. Take it after it's run for about 3 or 4 minutes, and you run it through a fine mesh strainer.
Yes.
A chinois is what they call it. Okay?
Oh,
It's
yes.
basically
A cloth.
Exactly. You could use a cheesecloth. Exactly, just to get the oil out.
Right.
Now we'll move on to the tuna. So you'd want to have that about 3 days ahead of time.
Oh.
Now, what I do serve with this is a cucumber mint salad, which is very, 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 very simple. Basically, you take a cucumber. You just want to pretty much, you knock the ends off. Now, you don't want to cut them too thin, but you don't want to cut them too thick. You want them, this is actually a very quick salad. I love it. I actually got this from my mother when I was a child.
Your mother?
I did. She showed me this in a very, except she used a little bit different vinegars than I did.
What ethnic background?
I'm German, Dutch, and Swiss.
Oh, Dutch and Swiss.
Yes,
What
I
a
am.
nice combination.
Now for this, basically, you have your cucumbers. We're going to take mint, which I have right in here.
That's mint.
A little bit of fresh mint. And what we're going to do is a chiffonade. Now basically, what a chiffonade is, fresh clean mint. A chiffonade is basically you just take the mint and you put it in a little package like this.
Yes.
You're just going to roll it very lightly. You don't want to crush the herb necessarily.
Did you get that?
Okay? And you just want to slice it. You just want to slice it thin. I like to slice it thin.
Oh, wow. Boy, how thin can you get?
Well, I could get thinner if you wanted. Actually, I need to get a little bit thinner maybe.
Oh, I do too.
Get out of here. Okay, so now we're just going to put a little bit of mint in there. Now, what I have here is white balsamic vinegar. Salt.
That's white balsamic.
This is a white
vinegar.
balsamic vinegar.
And salt and
Salt, white pepper.
White pepper, that is.
We have a little really nice extra virgin olive oil.
Oh.
Okay.
Always use.
Yes, especially with salads and stuff like that. You know, cooking or infusing oils for me, I like to use a lighter oil, like more of a canola type oil, because that takes on the flavor. You don't get the olive. But on this, I'm looking for a nice rich oil that'll complement it very nice.
Okay.
So we're just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here, and we're going to put a little bit of this white balsamic vinegar.
Yeah. Now the vinegar, and now
extra virgin
the
olive oil.
extra virgin olive oil.
We're gonna mix this up. Try to get everything coated really nice.
With your hands.
Oh, sure. Oh, I'm a chef on it. This is my favorite tool right here. Just make sure they're clean.
Yes, okay.
You got to get into your work, you know?
Right. And taste, of course.
Yep, you have to taste it. Like, use a little bit more olive oil.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to put a little more olive oil right there. Now what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to let this sit. Because what's going to happen is the cucumbers are going to slowly start to break down a little bit.
Oh,
it's going to give them a little different of a consistency. The salt and the vinegar, basically, it's almost like a quick pickle, you could say, in a sense.
Oh.
It's going to bring out the water that's in the cucumber.
Uh-huh. Oh, isn't that interesting?
Now, here we go.
Now, this is fresh tuna.
This is sushi grade tuna right here.
Sushi grade.
Yes, that's what you should. Now, if you're going to serve raw tuna, make sure you have a good fishmonger, a fish provider.
Yes.
And, you know, it's very important, you know, what to look for when you're getting fresh tuna. One, there should be no smell. You should not smell anything. You know, it should be it should be odorless, basically.
Yes.
Any fresh tuna. Nice red color. Now, what we have here, this is the way that I was taught to break down tuna. You have the skin side here. Now you have this little tendinous part right here, okay?
Right.
I go right along this line right here. Whenever doing fish, you want to do smooth strokes. You don't want to. You don't want to really necessarily hack at it. So we're going to take this off. Now what I would do with this is I would clean this up a little bit. I would scrape the meat between the tendons, and I could use that also for a tartare in a different sense.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to put this to the side for right now.
Yes, look, that
Now
looks
here's what we
beautiful.
have here.
Oh,
Now
beautiful.
here we have the bloodline. This
Yes.
you do not want to eat. Okay, it's just it's not
Yeah.
it's inedible basically.
Oh,
I mean, you could try it if you wanted, but now I want to cut this bloodline out right here. Basically, again,
Wow.
nice smooth strokes. You do not want to get into any of the other tuna, and basically no more blood. Take that.
Okay.
Now, when I do tuna tartare here at Bruno Jamais, what we look for is I like this piece right around here. There's no tendons running through it. It's the most delicate piece of the tuna, basically.
Yes.
So, when I'm doing my tartare, I will go straight down there, and I'll take this and I'll use that for my tuna steaks.
Oh.
You know, I'll take that and I'll slice that for another dish, and there you have tuna steaks. So that's what I would use. That's what I would use that
Yes. And that's your grill, I guess.
for. Exactly. You could grill. You could pan sear it. There's plenty.
Yeah. Oh, pan sear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of ways you could cook that.
Yes.
Grilling is definitely would be a good way.
Right.
Now, for this tuna tartare, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it into a little smaller. Now, I want to come across. Some people like it very pureed. I like to have pieces in my tuna. Texture, especially when you have a nice fresh piece of tuna like this. There's nothing like it. I think we should probably have enough right here for one. We'll go one more. Alright. Now basically what we're going to do what's called a dice. We're going to dice it.
Yes.
Dice the tuna. Which is a, it's basically little cubes. It's basically what you want to do. And then I just lay it over here. So basically we cut into little sticks or batons, if that's what you would like to call it.
Yes.
And then we're going to just run our knives and try to make nice little squares out of it. We want to try to keep everything uniform, basically. The same shape. We'll do one more, and we should have enough for one person right there. that'll be perfect.
Okay.
How about yourself? Have you had tuna tartare?
Oh, I love tuna tartare.
Have you had mine? You haven't had my tuna tartare yet.
I haven't had your tuna tartare. Right.
Put this away.
And it looks so intriguing, but a lot of work. Did you realize that? All that work? And don't you know how you have to cut? Very, very important. How to slice. How long did it take you to learn how to slice like that?
To learn how to slice like that? Huh. That's a good question. I was born slicing like that.
Oh,
how about that? You know? No, I mean...
But that's an art to that. It really is.
It takes time to learn the technique, but you just got to make sure you have a sharp knife. You want to keep your knife sharp. You want to keep your tools in good shape, basically.
Oh, definitely.
So, now the dish gets very simple.
Now it gets simple. But you cannot do this in a hurry. You need 3 or 4 days.
Well, that's just for the oil. I mean, the tuna...
Yeah, but that's basic. That's sort of the basic...
the tuna you would want to buy the day of. The oil is very simple to make.
Yes, but you have to make that ahead of time.
Exactly. You would make that ahead of time and let that sit. And I mean, basically, the longer you let it sit, the better it's going to get.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Definitely. Oh, of course.
So,
and just keep it right in the refrigerator.
That's it. Just keep it covered right in the refrigerator. And it'll hold for a good 2 weeks in the refrigerator.
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay.
It'll last. You know what I mean? You
Fine.
don't have to really worry about that.
All right.
So now, all we're really going to do here is take my salt.
Yes. Salt is very important in cooking. That's what I've learned. And it brings out the flavor.
It's your most important seasoning, basically, as a chef.
Oh, is it?
I mean,
you can't do
it's
without
salt and pepper. It's, I mean, if you season things with salt and pepper, right, you have a beautiful tuna like this. You don't really need a whole lot more. You know what I mean? Just a touch of oil, which is what we're going to have here.
Yes.
This is the lemon ginger oil that I've had.
The lemon ginger oil.
I put a little chive in here.
Oh, little chives.
Okay, a little bit of chopped chives.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty too.
I actually put a little touch of lemon. Now you do not want a lot, or else it'll start to cook the fish. I just put a few drops of lemon juice in there. If you put too much, you're going to make a ceviche almost. So I put a tiny bit.
Okay, now
I'm going to drizzle a little bit of this lemon ginger oil in there.
Lemon ginger oil. That's the secret.
That's it. Let me grab a spoon. I'm sorry.
Sure.
And we're just going to mix this. Actually smell the lemon and ginger in there.
Oh, yes. Yes, you can smell the lemon and ginger.
Make sure you taste it?
Yes. Make sure you taste it before you serve it.
That's it. You don't want to give anybody under-seasoned food.
No.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that cucumber and mint salad.
Oh, yes.
Now, how I like to serve it, see now they've actually gotten flimsier. I don't know if you'd like to try a piece.
Okay.
They've actually gotten a little bit flimsier.
Oh.
It's kind of broken it down quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Delicious.
Yeah, it's good. Nice and refreshing, that's what I like. Now, I'm just going to stack these up on the plate. Make a little tower out of them, I guess. That's what you would like to call it. I have myself here a square ring mold.
Yes, it's in the presentation too, And that's very important. It has to.
First with your eyes.
Yes.
Just gonna pass
You
this
eat
in
first with your eyes.
If you think it's by eyes. You see, you smell, and then you taste.
See, you smell.
One of the most important, definitely
right,
the most important. But if it doesn't taste good and it looks good, you're not really gonna, win too many people over. So we're just gonna pack that in there nice and tight.
Yes.
I'm gonna clean up a little bit around here. Now, I have here a mint leaf.
A mint, little.
Now, what I do with this is use as a garnish.
Yes, the mint is used as a garnish.
I actually just toss it in my fryer for a second.
What are you doing now, John?
Well, I'm frying the mint leaf.
You're frying the mint?
Frying it. This is basically for garnish purposes.
Oh,
Now,
really?
You can eat this. It's not, won't hurt you. Get a little bit of the oil over there. So it gets kind of nice and crispy and nice and shiny.
Oh, really?
So I lay that right on top of there.
Voila!
Right here. And we're going to actually top this off with a little Caspian Sea
Caviar?
golden Ossetra caviar, which is one of the best you can get.
It's golden sea?
Golden Ossetra. Would you like to try?
No.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, well.
Give you
Alright.
a tiny bit here in the caviar.
Oh. Yeah.
Why not? You got it?
Well.
Some people say it has
That's good.
a bit of a nutty flavor to it. It's a step, right one step by beluga. I actually prefer this more.
You prefer this to the beluga?
Yeah, I actually do. Beluga's a little bit dangerous, so I'd rather use this right now. So basically just take a nice dollop of this on there. Make it look nice, and that's basically your dish right there.
Oh.
The caviar, the tuna, everything definitely incorporated. You have a little bit of acidity here with the cucumbers.
Oh, can't
miss.
miss.
Balances everything out.
Yes.
So that would basically be your tuna tartare at Bruno Jamais.
Well, thank you very, very much, John,
It was my pleasure.
for this cooking lesson. Maybe you'll come back and teach us some more.
I would love to.
All right, thank you. Thank you very, very much, Bruno. Bruno Jamais, and what a fine restaurant.
Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you.